Hey everyone, Lio Convoy here. As many of you know, back in January of 2022, I did a stream addressing a lot of the nonsense surrounding Misanthropony, now known as Zaid Magenta. In that stream, I not only took him to task for his public wrongdoings, but also did so to many of his detractors. This will be the update and final say on the situation. After the stream, Zaid took an extended break from the internet. This was to focus on his own life and to correct poor behavior. This included things like therapy. He came back later and started doing his YouTube work again. At this time, he also chose to try and settle things with several detractors. He did this using a throwaway Twitter account to challenge these individuals. Of note is that he made it clear this account was him, so don't try and say it was the same as his previous situation. Don't be stupid. He would bring them into a Senate call, and these people would either patch things up and move on, or their actions would cause people to tear into them via public embarrassment. For a while, this worked fine. However, Zaid started getting more and more aggressive and started crossing certain lines through this behavior. At that point, it was brought to that creepy reading by some of Zaid's obsessive, deranged detractors. These aren't people genuinely concerned that he was a threat. These are always people more mad that he's mean about his opinions. Either way though, Zaid was told that's enough and was expected to stop. A few months later, Creepy came to me again with DeviantArt messages where Zaid was telling people that he hoped they would get shot up by gangs. Zaid was dragged into call, and shamed for this. But the important thing is I told him if this happened one more time, he'd be gone. Granted, this is still not him making threats, but saying things of that level are still not acceptable. And if you don't know what a threat is, the dictionary's right there, stupid. At the beginning of September, Queen Seraphina and Creepy came to me with similar messages. Wanting to do my due diligence, I told Zaid to hop in call. I wanted to see if these were indeed him, or if maybe they were from before the last call. This proved to not be the case though, as you'll see in the call now.
Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you try that again?
I can hear you.
Good. Where are you right now?
I'm at work.
At work. How much time do you have?
I have all the time you need.
Do you remember what I said to you last time we had a call?
To stop going after these people because I already have enough stuff to make that video.
Then I'm going to ask you some very cut and dry questions. Do you understand me? I need a yes or no from you. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Are you still running around on alts, messaging people?
Yes.
Did you send some weird message about Crimson Mayhem to somebody?
Yes.
Why?
Well, what was the message?
I guess I will read it to you, since last time you magically forgot.
Oh no, I just want to make sure that it's the one that we're talking about.
I will pull it up and I will read it aloud. Oh, that's right. It's in this DM set. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, so here's the first one. See if I can find the right message. I have dirt on him that will destroy whatever goodwill he has left. He'd rather harass me for disrespecting different opinions than get angry at things that actually matter, like child predators or the toxic media industry has been churning out for the last several years, or the corporate scum who exploit people for money. He's vile and cruel, and you're a C-word for helping him to harass me. That's followed by, Mike, you are a vile waste of human filth who viciously harassed me for years because you were angry that I didn't validate your feelings on The Last of Us Part 2, the Star Wars sequel trilogy, and Netflix as a streaming service after they endorsed CP. You stalked me, spread falsehoods about me, and have committed conspiracy of criminal intent because you were angry I didn't give people, or I didn't give random people, the respect you think they deserve for their retarded opinions. It's no wonder you want to sleep with how loud. Did you write this?
Yes.
Okay.
I also want to ask, you said you asked Lio to read that out to make sure we're talking about the same one. Is there more?
Well, the only thing that I sent, yes, but they've all been pretty much the same.
Did you send these?
Yes.
When is what I'm asking you. When did you send these?
Oh. Sometime yesterday. At least within the last couple of days. That is the best of my knowledge.
And when you were doing this, did you think of the consequences?
No.
Why did you do it?
Because I am angry with these people. I have been very, very angry with them for over a year.
Interesting. Zaid, Chris, I have been dealing with the worst of possible people that you can possibly imagine for half a decade now. I have had to deal with them. I have had to hear their victims. I have had to lose sleep. And I've had some of these people continually, still by the way, trying to take shots at me and my family, up to and including making fiction about me sexually assaulting them. I don't do what you do. You know, the rest of this call is probably expecting me to raise my voice and scream at you. No, not this time. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do here, but I want to make sure that this works right. So give me a minute to make sure that my audio is not going to cut off. So give me one moment here. Chris, I have known you for 6 years now, just about. You were instrumental in helping get Jordan out of their abusive household by helping them raise money by signal boosting it on your channel. I am grateful for that. I am. And I have made it a point to defend you. I have fought your battles for you. I have tried to get you help. I have been lenient. I have been much to the chagrin of literally everyone in management and my own family. I have given you chance after chance after chance. Do you remember what I said would happen last time we were in a call like this?
Did you say you were going to cut me out of the Senate?
More than that, Zaid. Here's what's going to happen. Not only are we going to remove you from here, but I will not be around you anymore. And I don't ever want to see a video from you about your haters, because at this point you're acting just as bad as they are. I don't want to be associated with you. I don't want anything to do with you. Because what you've done is not just monstrous, but I'm going to be a little selfish here for one of the few times I get to. You chose being a scumbag, a genuine scumbag, over our friendship. To you, that was more important. Being able to send stupid, angry messages to total losers who you will never in your life meet mattered more to you than the times I've defended you, the kindness I've shown you, the friendship I've had with you. That matters more to you. And you can't tell me it doesn't, otherwise we wouldn't be here right now. At this point, because you know what, I was actually upset with Creepy the last time we were in a call like this, because he told me he was going to put you in a video after he had told me he wasn't going to. Now at this point, if he does, that's on him, and that's on you. I'm not going to defend you anymore. There'll be no more of this. You have pathologically made it clear you don't care, because you're angry. Anybody else have anything they want to say?
I think that it's funny that you've actually had people reach out to you to say, you know, if you feel like doing this, you should talk to them or whatever. You've had a few people do that. So, but I was one of the people who said that he shouldn't have been giving you any kind of slack since the fucking cartoonsy shit. So, this is just funny to me that you were given so many chances past that and you still didn't use them.
I do have one thing I'd like to mention, which is going to sound seemingly out of nowhere. Zaid, stop with the unhinged bullshit. You don't have to respond to every little slight against you. You know you don't. I shouldn't have to tell you this. You're older than me. Like, would you do any of this IRL?
I might, but I'm not fully sure, because this anger has just been so overwhelming.
Well, rather
Overwhelming.
than...
We're not going to sit here and give him life advice. I tried, Lumi.
No.
He d-
I wasn't going to go for life advice. I was going to say, rather than express anger by hurting others, get fucking therapy, and that's all I was going to say.
Yeah, he would have been able to. He should have done, but he really can't be arsed. Which is funny. Because how are you supposed to be... You know, a lot of people still see you as the psycho who harassed Cartoonshi. Most people do. You're not really fighting that very well.
If I can say something real quick, the only leniency I'm gonna give Zaid here at this point in time, because of everything that happened and like multiple occurrences where he knows better, at least he's honest about being an asshole here.
Yeah, but it would actually help better if he, you know, like, wasn't one of those people, because I've seen this a few times, because I had to live with somebody like this, where they'll sit around and do terrible stuff, and then when you call them out, they go, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, and then literally it's just one ear and out the other. It's not them saying, it's literally just them trying to make it go faster so they can go back to whatever the fuck they're doing, hoping that everything's just going to be fine afterwards. That's why Zaid's gotten away with so much stuff, because he comes into Senate and does the whole, oh yeah, I know, I was this person, I did do that, yep, you're right. And then he goes back and does it. He doesn't give a shit.
I can't even disagree. Like, going off of the shit he himself has posted. It's very clear. Because you could have been the adult in the situation, just walked away, laughed at them. Instead, you chose to try and one-up them. And made yourself look like more of a fool.
Yep, one up to their fucking sanity.
Fuck's sake.
Yes, you can say that's what I do. And I wish so badly that I could just let it go. But I can't.
You're not a victim, Zaid. You can't sit there and say, oh, I wish I could do X or I wish I could do Y. You can. It's just you can't be asked.
It's all of it.
It's kind of like the same situation as with the cartoonsy stuff. You know, when you were told to stop doing that bullshit and you continued until everyone took the piss out of you online?
It has just been stuck in my head for years because they just wouldn't leave me alone.
Okay.
You don't leave them alone, so...
Yeah, like, Zaid, trust me, I empathize with the whole anger issues thing. I truly do. However, that's your responsibility to curb your own fucking anger, and quite frankly, it shouldn't take multiple people telling you to do that. You recognize it's an issue, and yet you still act on it. I've got nothing else to say personally. I voiced my other complaints to him directly.
We got other staff in this call. If they want to voice their opinions, they can.
I want to point out the person, artist Leo, decided to leave a message for Zaid.
Read it out.
Sure. Zaid, I told you multiple times to ignore or move on with these decks, and I thought this time you would listen to me, or think of me when you are doing it. Obviously, you didn't listen to me. You know I have told you, I have told you I have problems with friends and family not listening, and look what you fucking did. I'm at work right now, and I'm currently shaking and upset with you. I wish I could unmute and tell you that all this verbally, but I can't. Oh my god, he keeps scrolling me back to the bottom. I'm so upset with you right now. There you go. There you go.
Sauce.
Was that a sneeze or what?
That was a hiccup.
Oh. Well, regardless.
Well,
Anybody else?
Yeah, I have something short to say. Zaid, I just think it's really fucking sad that your hate was way more important than your friendships and honesty. That's really sad, and I'm really disappointed.
I know you have no reason to trust or forgive me for that. I wish I could move on, but
No, you don't. People who want to do things do them. You've actively made the choice multiple times now. Multiple. Not the first time, it's not the second time, it's like the third or fourth, maybe even fifth. I lost count. And I gave my word to my staff here and to my family that if you pulled this stunt one more time, gone. And I'm a man of my word. I'm sorry you couldn't keep yourself in control, Chris. You made that decision, though, not me. You did. Multiple times. So whatever friendships you have ruined, that's on you. And you know what? It's going to bother me. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But at the same time, this one isn't my fault. The only fault I have is keeping you around longer. Something that I am looking to rectify in general going forward to anybody I'm dealing with at this point. Because I give people too many chances. And for all the times people cry angry tears that I'm too mean, I'm not mean enough. Unless anybody has anything else to say to this guy, we're done. And like I said, I don't want to see a haters video. You don't deserve one at this point. You know, if you had kept your mouth shut, you kept your head down, and these people still treated you like garbage, yeah, talk about them. You chose not to. You chose to ignore my advice, Peach's advice, Cartoon She's advice, everybody's advice you decided to ignore because you just got to talk to these haters and saying some of the most depraved things like, what does it matter if somebody wants to sleep with somebody else? Why would you even talk about that? What is wrong with you?
What?
That's what I stopped in the middle of. I wasn't about to read that out loud. And all this because you're mad.
right.
You're mad about video games and freaking Star Wars. George Lucas will die without knowing who you are.
Here, I have to talk to you.
Not now.
oh my god.
Chris, go to work. We're done here.
Would you like me to shut the door behind him?
Yes.
Alright. Bye, Chris. Who banned him before me? You son of a bitch.
And that was the end of Zaid in Senate. He will not be allowed back in, nor will we be friends. For a while, he was improving and making proper steps to correcting his issues. However, he decided to let his baser instincts and obsession with his haters take the lead. I'm not going to pretend that his haters aren't 12 different types of crazy, making all sorts of insane statements and stalking him at every single possible avenue, but I also won't pretend that Zaid doesn't have issues to fix. But he will not be doing so in my presence. I gave Zaid too many chances, just like I've given other people too many chances. That's not happening again going forward. That being said, I've seen a lot of Zaid's detractors doing victory laps in the comments of Sarah's video on all of this. So let me be clear here. Most of you are no better than Zaid. While he may have gone on deranged tirades wishing death on the people that obsess over him, you clowns have constantly posted about him, wanted to deplatform him, wanted to ruin his income, and saying some of the more obscene accusations towards him that I have ever seen. As well as raging that he doesn't respect people's opinions while being dumb enough to not realize you're doing the same thing. Whether it be the diaper-obsessed weirdo or the other freaks that trip over themselves to excuse cuties, you're a group of deranged animals too. Piss off. Now we finish up to date. Zaid, in response to Sarah's video, completely deleted his channel in a final act of selfishness. There were a couple of streams he had on there I needed for archival purposes that I can no longer go to because he decided to act impulsively again. In the past, Zaid helped getting the word out about terrible people, and helped victims. But now, he's chosen to embrace the things he never should have. He chose typing insane paragraphs to monstrous people over growth, success, and friendship. He made his bed, and now he has to lie in it. But I also want to bring forward one more thing here before I take literally the rest of this week off to go to vacation like I should be at right now. There's going to be a lot of Zaid's detractors that are going to blame me for his actions, as though I can somehow babysit a grown man in every avenue of his life. So let me be clear here. You guys have friends that are literally insane, disgusting, or vile by nature. And the truth of the matter is, among all of us, only one person ever actually held Zaid accountable. And it wasn't you idiots with your obsessive Twitter posting or your goofy DeviantArt journal rants. It was me. And at the end of the day, when he crossed the lines, when I had had enough, I'm the one that kicked him out. I'm the one that dealt with him in call, not you. So sit there in your own worthlessness instead of trying to pin it on me when you guys have literally never been any better. I'm off to enjoy my vacation. For my viewers, I hope you guys have a good week. To Zaid's detractors that are going to be seething in the comments, please get bent. No one likes you turds either. Good night.